The Foreign Minister is in the centre of power, Washington DC this morning, meeting with her Quad counterparts. Our North America correspondent Cayman Gock is across it all and he joins us. Now, Cayman, this is relatively interesting because it's the second meeting this year.
Yeah, James, that's right. They first met around Donald Trump's inauguration in January, but since then tensions have grown between these Quad partners because although they spruik this continued cooperation in the Indo-Pacific, Australia, Japan and India are all concerned about Donald Trump's global tariff regime and are hoping they can get some form of carve-out. Currently, Australia has been slapped with a 10% tariff on essentially all imports and a 50% tariff on its steel and aluminium. Now, Australia is keen to expand its critical mineral supplies to Quad partners, and that's something that the US is eager to explore. It's hoped that Australia could potentially use its massive amounts of natural resources as a potential bargaining chip to receive a lower tariff rate or be exempt from these tariffs altogether. And we know that about 40 companies from these four countries are meeting at the State Department today to discuss opportunities to diversify the global supply chain of critical minerals. But this isn't the only issue that will have been discussed because we know the United States wants to see Australia increase its defence spending by 3 to 3.5%. Currently, the government says it's aiming to boost it to 2.3% by 2034, and this comes against the backdrop of the Pentagon reviewing the AUKUS nuclear submarine agreement, which was signed under the predecessor Joe Biden. Now, Australia has already paid the US nearly $800 million as part of this agreement. It's a critical part of Australia's future defence capabilities, which would include the Indo-Pacific. So that is being reviewed by the Pentagon and is just one of the issues that have been bubbling away since these foreign ministers have met. Here is what Penny Wong had to say.
Unfortunately, we meet against the backdrop of conflict and of escalating competition. So it has never been more important for us to harness our collective strength for peace, for stability, for prosperity in the Indo-Pacific and for all our peoples.
Prime Minister Anthony Albanese was set to discuss some of these topics with President Donald Trump last month on the sidelines of the G7 summit in Canada, but that never happened. Donald Trump left the summit early. He said he needed to leave to deal with the escalating conflict between Israel and Iran. So Anthony Albanese is yet to meet the president more than 6 months into his second term. It's unclear when they will meet, but no doubt his Foreign Minister Penny Wong would have relayed some of these issues and topics with the Secretary of State Marco Rubio today.